Next on Worcester News Tonight, the Red Cross in need of donations after recent disasters around the world. Plus, former patients of a local rehabilitation center return to share their success stories in honor of its 30-year anniversary. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. The American Red Cross of Central Massachusetts is responding to multiple disasters. The busy hurricane season is stretching resources thin and making it a challenge to raise enough donations. Executive Director Kim Goulet says they're currently fundraising for all of the disasters taking place now, like Hurricane Maria, which has caused destruction in Puerto Rico, as well as ones which have already come through, like Harvey and Irma. She says they're still identifying the needs and have not reached their goals.
Sometimes what happens is when it shifts from Harvey to now Irma and then Jose and now Maria, people forget about Harvey, but Harvey is still being we're still there. We'll be there probably through Thanksgiving, and we'll still need funds to help support the families.
Making a donation to the American Red Cross General Fund is one way to help the organization spread the money out between all of the relief efforts. Right now in Puerto Rico, millions face what could be half a year without electricity. Hurricane Maria devastated the U.S. territory and destroyed its power grid. Although the monster storm moved on today, dangers remain. Intense flooding was reported, particularly in San Juan, where many resident streets flooded. They looked like rivers. Today, technology helps forecast the track of hurricanes and help people prepare the best they can. It was not the case 79 years ago when a Category 5 hurricane brought strong winds, heavy rain, and flooding. Today marks the anniversary of the deadly storm, and some survivors say they remember it all too well. Our Brittany Schaefer spoke with them today and has the story.
Two Worcester residents in their 90s say technology has come a long way in preparing for hurricanes. Today, affected areas have weeks to prepare, but they say 79 years ago, they had no idea a hurricane was heading straight to Worcester.
I wouldn't want to go through any more experiences like that.
Camelo Quidadamo says he will never forget surviving the deadliest hurricane in New England's history. On this day in 1938, an estimated 682 people died. Quidadamo lived off of Belmont Street and says the winds tore through Worcester.
I remember seeing a couch flying across from their open porch, and it landed through the window on the third floor.
He says his mother worked at a hat factory in the city and the roof collapsed while she was working. Everyone made it out safely, but then she had to get home in the Category 5 hurricane.
My father says, "The heck, that cat, where in the heck is it?" So he decided, let me go out and check. Went out there, and it was my mother trying to climb over the weeping willow tree, and she got stuck in there.
Quidadamo says the storm was so devastating because no one knew it was coming.
There wasn't any warning, really.
The weather reports the day before had said, well, you know, it might be a little unsettled and there might be a shower or two. So these people were totally unprepared.
The hurricane was really scary, especially when you never heard about it.
Victoria Augustine lived in a 3-decker in the city at the time and says the wind was the worst part.
The wind was really blowing. I swear that the house was shaking.
Winds were clocked at least 183 miles an hour.
Augustine remembers waking up the next morning and seeing the devastation.
It was awful. The trees were down, the houses were damaged, and Vernon Hill Park, the trees were all gone.
Across New England, 275 million trees were damaged to the point where they could not be saved. Devastated this region.
Now 8 people died specifically in Worcester, and the city sustained $2 million worth of property damage, which is equivalent to $33 million today. Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
A local project is changing the way people in central Massachusetts eat. The Worcester County Food Hub offers a unique opportunity for entrepreneurs and farmers looking to sell their products. Our Cam Jandro paid them a visit today and has more. Cam?
Anna, the Food Hub has only been open for a short amount of time, but it's already making an impact on the people and businesses here in central Massachusetts. Organizers believe this is a project that can make significant changes in the area. year aims to increase local food consumption and give food entrepreneurs a place to start. McGovern, who serves on a nutrition subcommittee, says the food hub plays a crucial part in the area.
You know, we want a healthier community, and one of the ways we have a healthier community is we make it easier for people to purchase healthy, nutritious food, and we also want to respect our farms and our farmers.
The food hub offers two services: a commercial kitchen for local foodies and space for local farmers to sell their product and help serve the less fortunate. Organizers are excited to help provide this opportunity.
We have this kitchen space and we have warehouse space, so we were thrilled to be able to bring that to the table and offer it as part of the project.
We want to make it easier for farmers in our area to make a living at doing it, while they're helping to feed us the healthiest and freshest and tastiest food that people can access.
Started by the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce, the partnership is a way to serve food needs in the community. President and CEO Tim Murray believes the food hub is a great place to be an entrepreneur.
And that is what this is about. It's giving people the skills and opportunities and access to equipment, capital, business coaching, so that they can go out and start a business.
The program's ultimate goal is to provide nutritious food for the people of Central Massachusetts, something McGovern is fully behind.
My grandmother used to say to me, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and it used to annoy me when she said it. I wish she was still alive so I could tell her, you were right. Food is medicine.
Now, 16 entrepreneurs are currently using the commercial kitchen. The Food Hub says over the next year or so, they hope to see that number double. Anna?
Thanks, Cam. Fairlawn Rehabilitation Hospital staff members reconnected with some familiar faces Thursday night in celebration of its 30-year anniversary. Fairlawn is a 110-bed rehab hospital offering inpatient and outpatient services designed to help people return to an active and independent life. They treat patients for a number of different reasons, including amputations, burns, brain injuries, and strokes. Former patients and those who work at the facility were invited Thursday to gather together and take a look back at how far the hospital has come in the past 3 decades. Former patients at the reception were invited to stand up and share their success stories.
Diabetes took my leg from me, and I thought that that part of my life would be over. Fortunately, I happened to teach at a dance studio that told me I could keep my classes if I wanted to. And that was my impetus to work my butt off when I got here. And the staff was so supportive. And not one time didn't I think I can't do this.
Interesting to note, in 1987, Fairlawn became the first acute care hospital in the U.S. to fully convert to a rehab focus. Well, several antique Worcester Fire Department pieces and mementos from the cold storage fire are still without a permanent home. But the Worcester Historical Fire Society says an unused space at Union Station could be the answer. The society is looking to raise more money to make it happen. Our Rosalind Flaherty checked in with them today and has the story.
Worcester Fire District Chief Gary Fleischer looks at the future space of the Worcester Fire Museum and Educational Center.
The Fire Museum portion will tell the story of the Worcester Fire Department and fires here in the city.
The museum is slated to be built at a vacant space at Union Station. Fleischer says the Worcester Historical Fire Society began the project more than 2 years ago.
It's a very important project for the city. This is an up-and-coming section of the city.
The museum will house antique equipment and mementos from the 1999 Worcester cold storage fire. Right now, thousands of articles are in a basement at St. Gobain.
We'll be able to bring some of that stuff in here, maybe rotate it around, and always have a special little corner of the museum dedicated to the cold storage fire.
Another part of the space will be an educational center. Fleischer says it will teach children about fire safety and the elderly about risk prevention.
Rather than having 1 or 2 people from the fire department bring a couple of items into a classroom in a Worcester public school, we can now arrange with the Worcester School Department to actually have classrooms of kids bust in to have their education done here.
Fleischer says the museum is expected to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. The nonprofit is now raising money to be able to open the doors.
We're looking for donations from the general public. We are going to be doing programs with some of the businesses in our community.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
In an effort to decrease unemployment in the city, Worcester hosted its 5th annual Uncommon Job Fair. The fair is held outside on Worcester City Common to help job seekers feel more relaxed. The Workforce Central Career Center says more than 60 employers from across central Massachusetts were at today's fair talking to potential candidates. The center says dozens of employers come back every year because of the successful employees they hired at past fairs.
Both sides have said that over the years it's been a tremendous experience. The employers enjoy it. They're out of the office, they're outside. It's not as stuffy. And job seekers seem to be more relaxed in being able to articulate what they want to do in their 30-second elevator pitch to the employers.
The Workforce Central Career Center is hosting a veteran job fair this November at the Auburn Elks and another fair at the DCU Center in the